Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, head of DevRel at Dremio, and I'm just making this video to quickly just call your attention to a couple of really cool pieces of content that you should check out. Okay, over there new on the Dremio blog is a couple of really cool pieces. One on, the story about sort of the growing world of different file formats. So beyond Parquet, there's like a lot of new formats that people are talking about, things like Nimble, like Vortex, like Lance, and it just talks about sort of that growing ecosystem, the reason why these formats are rising, how Iceberg as a metadata format that interacts between sort of files or files with data and compute systems can act as a sort of a bridge to allow sort of like a multi-format world, in the same way the Iceberg REST-spec is allowing for a multi-catalog world. So it's a really sort of interesting space, really interesting time in the data space right now, because everything is becoming sort of very modular, very standards oriented, and this is all a good thing because it maximizes interoperability, it minimizes the data movement and costs we have to have in order to be able to create purpose-built workflows that leverage the right tools for those workflows. Also, just so you know, lots of events coming up. So if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, I'm doing a meetup tomorrow night. I'll be joined alongside with Brenna Book from MinIO. So it's going to be a fun time. We're going to be talking about the Data Lakehouse. Next week, I'll be in New Orleans for Confluent Current, where I will be talking about Iceberg table optimization. Then the week afterwards, I will be in Overdev over there in Sweden, delivering a couple talks about Iceberg and the Lakehouse as well. Then the week afterwards, ending off the year strong, I will be in New York City, where I'll be doing two events. On November 11th, we're doing an evening meetup. That'll be with us at Dremio, alongside LakeFS, Rift, Rising Wave. Okay, so basically make sure to come join us. We're going to be all doing talks about the Data Lakehouse. You want to make sure you're there. Again, that's on November 11th. Again, that's going to be with talks from Dremio, LakeFS, Rising Wave, and Rift. But also, come Thursday, we're gonna have an all-day conference over there in New York City, the Dremio Subsurface Conference, the annual Lakehouse Conference, with talks about Apache Iceberg, about Apache Polaris, about Lakehouse best practices, about a lot of really cool announcements that you definitely don't want to miss. Right there, that's on November 13th in New York City, so be there. Then the following week, I will be in San Francisco for AI on the Bay. I will also be doing a couple meetups while I'm in town, one with Snowflake on November 19th and one with Altinity on November 20th, all there in the Bay Area. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to hear me speak over there in the Bay Area that week before Thanksgiving. And you think it'd be over. Well, I do get to go enjoy Thanksgiving, but we get back to December, I'll have one more trip to wrap off the year while I'll be going back to New York City to speak at the Apache Spark meetup in December. So that, I think, right now is my final trip for the year, and my final live speaking event for the year. And then, as far as what probably will be my first speaking event for 2026, that will be Data Day Texas in Austin, Texas. Generally, it's going to be the last Saturday of January. So do make sure Data Day Texas, if you haven't been to Data Day Texas, is a really good time. So I highly recommend registering and making the trip out there. It's essentially everyone, all the household names and data will be there. So it's just a really great networking event, a great time to kind of meet all these people you probably see all the time on LinkedIn. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed these updates. Again, make sure to keep following me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, Substack, Medium, wherever you like. Make sure to be checking out the Dremio blog, and make sure to check out developer.dremio.com. Developer.dremio.com is this new portal where we're going to put a lot of organize all of our educational resources on Lakehouse open source, along with just Dremio resources in general, so that way you can become a better leverage the Dremio platform, or better leverage Lakehouse open source, or both. So do check that out over there at developer.dremio.com. Have a great day and enjoy.